thamal tasle tharing anzu de la class 9 ki ani theory lobjeng ki ani lobjeng physics ki motion chapter motion ani ki part chik ani anzu discuss chei. When we talk about motion ladi ra, the first thing that comes in our mind is movement. Kogyo tangai chila la ra motion ladi. So ta tharing anzu de discuss che nala ni gi ani anzu ki ta part chunju chine anzu we are going to discuss 3 different concepts. And the concepts is somehow interrelated. So to begin with, we'll discuss with what is motion. How do we describe motion? Object and move chigi do lavina and move chidu any move chigo gita ganzuki move chidu like this is yaurwa ding anzu kandis ke best ra. Dine motion la we have different types of motion. So today we are going to discuss one part of motion, that is motion along straight line. Right, and motion along straight line discussed chidi, we will come across 2 different concepts, that is distance and displacement. Any motion along straight line discussed chidi, any we will be discussing about what is distance and what is displacement, and then we'll also be discussing calculation related to 2 different concepts here. And then the chela ninganzugi thanda part sumba dinala we will be talking about uniform and non-uniform motion. So let us start with what is motion and how do we describe motion, right? So thambo nganzugi motion ladi thaking e lagyo nishirwa motion lawada and nganzugi lebanala and kharli lana movement chala ji gugyo tangyo ra nganzugi movement ladi ani khandejil deshe ke lana object ji yoba che ra and object digi and to position change, we said that particular object to be in motion. Let us put it like this way. Object is said to be in a motion when it changes its position with respect to a time. Right? Okay, that does motion directly perceived but then there are some other instances. Example, and motion refer to any evidence indirect dinde ki kune ani ngazugi khasa dich word ra motion di info chit gor penchasana movement of air ngazu air gi movement jerwa di ani zamzam thelung ge du da ngazu lung ge du loma da de gugyo tang gdwa dinzo lata ne ngazugi air di move chi gi wa info chit gor ra motion of earth around its axis and motion of earth around the sun ra ngazugi revolution da rotation la wa dinzo ani ngazugi evidence khandegi kin info chitgo velana ani indirect evidences thanda sunrise che dine sunset che ani season change chigo dinjogi kune ani we can infer the concept of motion indirectly, right? So what I'm trying to convey here is at times it becomes very difficult to explain motion, right? Motion la du khadi ne frame of reference chigo ra bencha chana ro ngajugi bus nala dugu na ani bus nala the digyo midigi bus ki ta langa gi sula singdon da langa da dinjo kyabla dugu ni thongor ra ine bus nala the dingi midigi akor khalor dosin ngajugi ta khanda indirect inferences mangbuji gi kyune ani movement de conceive chigor ra. So in short we can describe motion as change in position of an object with respect to time. And to object ki position change wadila and ganzu motion lani deshe gawar ra the position lani kije delay indi ra and when we talk about position we are in a way referring to a location of that particular object ra and particular object digi any location lang to refer to ra. So position ladi we are talking about location ani location dila thanda ganzu ki dela khalala na origin yana reference point ra ta chala ji gugyo tang du mindu ta la ani origin chigla base chi reles ra penchesena nga thanda de lang de ro board di chila ani second ni ki chela tuju ji ki chela ani nga board di chila mevina. What does that means? That means that I have moved, right? So gonjugi object ji gugyo tang du mindu ta la akurang gi position ji tuju ji na la change reles ra a position di geja she ndi gonjugi we are specifying about the location of that particular object, and that can be inferred as origin or reference point. Rather reference point the most probably ganzuki khadu nege fixed object ra stationary object la refer chireles. Then moving on to our next topic, that is motion along straight line. right? The motion along straight line, it becomes very clear from the topic itself, right? The object move chigyo che, a move chigyo ki path, the linear path kala move chigyo na along a straight line, right? So dinde chila anjuki motion along straight line lawar, right? The penchashana. Let us take an example, right? If let's say we move from Choklamsar to Leh ne Choklamsar padu drovina, and the path the straight doj conceive chidu, and the motion along straight line ki example chignalang to consider chinai tigor ra. The motion along straight line going to discuss chindi two important terms comes into play. Right, thangbo distance che, dine displacement. Ta nganju gi nam kindu khagyu nala ra distance like it's sik ding nganju tabo khode or ra le ne choklom sar bodu gi distance khaje yore la di ra ani kilometer thun yore sta khanda nganju gi distance la di ani kyangda ring ji la or ra distance. So distance nganju gi when we try to describe what is distance, define what is distance like duna ani object move chi yo che. An object the move chiziringa la total path ki length khase cover chi, right? Dilangazugi distance like. So in a way we can put it like this: distance can be defined as total path length covered by a moving object, right? So object move chigyo chigi and total length khase cover chido langa kirwa dilangazugi distance like. Now distance can be considered as a scalar quantity. Rather hanjugi physics nala quantity scalar quantity lies the vector quantity lies your scalar quantity ladu dela hanjugi direction mention chigo mare. We are not mentioning direction here. We are only talking about the magnitude, right? So distance 7 kilometers, 10 kilometers, 450 kilometers ladu hanjugi magnitude chikute or so distance the and scalar quantity realis. Now let us take an example here. Let's suppose Tenzin moved from point A. Point A ne move chirda, and then he reached point B. Point B leo chirwa, and total distance between point A and B is, let's suppose, 10 kilometers, right? So kirangi. Okay, let's suppose Tenzin moved from point A to point B. So now, according to the definition of the distance, we can easily say that Tenzin covered a distance of 10 kilometers. Right? Tenzin gi point A and B bodu dorwa. Dodu kwe gi distance khajo cover chirela na 10 kilometers cover chirelas. The object khandeji move chiwina. Move chidu go tsuksa ji da chamchasa ji yungruwa. Go tsuksa dila nganju gi starting point yana initial point che ra. And chamchasa dila nganju gi final point lays. Ra. In this case Tenzin stopped at point B, so point B becomes his final point, right? So now, considering the initial starting point and the final point, displacement disegate. Now distance taking a like you could ra ani benchana sajani borula distance digam yure langazu kejidu refer chi this ra. The displacement na khandojila la na. Taking a lagunishra object move chair go to sagi point your starting point. Dine move chine and jam shasaki point chungurwa final point. Dini porugi shortest possible distance la we call it as displacement. Right? So displacement can be defined as shortest possible distance between starting point and the final point. Object gugyo dangdu go tsusa dida tham shasani parugi langa thungshe jingurwa thungshe dila ani nganju khalagrlana ani displacement lagreles. Okay, now there are three instances. Ra distance the displacement niga chikpa leg instance secure. Ra and then we have another instance where displacement lesser than the distance. Distance le nyunga chinenga zugi case chigyor ra. And then in third case we have object ki distance cover chi in a displacement di zero ingo ki case chigyur ra. So let us take an example. Thangbudi where distance is equal to displacement. Chikpa ingo ra. Okay, now let us take this example. Tenzin gi point A ne start chire point B la samsar. In that case, his distance is 10 kilometer. Distance khaji chaira 10 kilometer chaira. Now, tension khaji starting point the point A de. Zamsha sa the point B de. Ra ta point A the B barugi langa thungshu di, obviously it's going to be the straight line. Right? The kima takta chairwa. Those kora ganile wada. Those kora ganile wada. Lena leirwa. Hine langa di khadu ine kima ki khabto di ta nya chairwa. So nya chadu de la khu displacement de khatu chaira 10 kilometers chair. So in that case, distance da displacement niga chikbalis. Chaswa. That in second case, where distance is more and displacement is lesser. Displacement की value दी माच न्यू अच्छे, distance की value दी छे. That their example dinala. Let us continue with the same example, right? Tenzin started from point A, reach point B. That they la koy lega kharch ko ne chi, and then he started coming back. Okay, and say he reached point C. Ra, ta A ne B budu 10 kilometers ra. B ne C budu, let's suppose he covered 4 kilometers. So low in the 4 kilometers covered ra. Now in that case di nala kyugi starting point di kharchaira point A rangjar. In a final point the point B chair velan chagmar. Khajna he moved backwards, right? An khwala samshare dela samsharwa. Dela samshadi point C becomes his final point. Point C di kyugi final point chair. So now in that case, distance khazu charwe. Thamunyala point A ne B budu dorwa. A ne B budu dodu 10 kilometers che. Dine B ne C la chulerwa. Chule di 4 kilometers chine. Total 14 kilometers is his distance. Kuigi distance cover chike di 14 kilometers. Now what about displacement? In this case, displacement khande chagir valid. Displacement di taking ye lagyo nishi. It is the shortest possible distance between starting point and final point, right? So starting point the point A che, final point the point C rwa. So shortest possible di khai chede C ne A barugi langa khaptu di chagirwa. The C ne A barula kilometer khazu valid. Okay, let's say A B ne B C the suna ngazula kharayre C A की value दे रही हुआ A B दी खंगता है दिने अंजु दी portion दे minus छे बिना अंजु लदी portion दे रहा हो. So in that case A B is 10 kilometers, B C is 4 kilometers, and we get 6 kilometers here. So in this instance दी नाला खर्चा और वाला ना अनि distance दी 14 kilometer है, displacement दी 6 kilometer. So here we have distance more than displacement. Value of distance is more than the displacement. So case thangbu dinala nganju ki distance da displacement niga ki value di chikpa che ra. Dine case niwa dinala distance da displacement ki value di and distance di che displacement di new ayugyo che ra. Now in third case, an object has moved through a distance. Object D and distance covered here. In a displacement D and it's 0 level. Ta delanjo example ranjal consider china. Let us consider the same example, right? Tagi tenzin ki point A start chirwa. He moved to point B. He finished his work here and then moved to point C, right? Now he completed his work here. Kuigi point C la lega kharichi windi chi and then he started moving towards point A. Point A la ne ranja del stop chir. Right, so they'll stop chidu and kugi the final point DC rangja dir velana theomar. Kugi starting point ke point A rangja re and final point D point A. Right, that means kugi initial da final point nika point A chagore. Now in this case, a kugi distance D khazu chagir velana. In this case, the distance covered by him will be 10 kilometers plus 10 kilometer. A ne B bodu drudu ra 10 kilometer cover chirwa. Tine B ne C rangja B ne A la chur ledu. B ne A la chur rangja ledu. Again he covered 10 kilometers, right? So in that case, in total he covered 20 kilometers. That again distance ki definition nala. Distance is the total path length covered by the moving object. Ra and kugi the total length kaza covered chire na 20 kilometers covered chire. That becomes his distance. Now what will be his displacement in this case? Kugi displacement khazu chagi reveles the quick starting point d point a re final point d point a re that means shortest possible distance di khazu chagi revele na 0 chagi ruwa ta kotsu le omindwa final initial point bodu chu le omedu quick any displacement di in this case will be 0 kilometers and 0 kilometers share dushine and displacement ki possibility case sumde thangbo dela distance is equal to displacement and then niwa dela distance ki value di more than displacement ki value sumba dela displacement is equal to 0 dushine nganzu ki displacement ki case sumga dos discuss share ra ta kyanzu ki lokte plus cv na page number 100 la nganzu la thiwa khashi chite page number 100 la ra dine chiba thangbut na la kharite irwela na ra object chik and this data nganzo di ke sumba di discuss chige chige ra ani object chig distance cover chi res object have moved through certain distance right ani distance cover chi there can its displacement be 0 displacement 0 yong sig reverse ra if yes support your answer with an example so those la du nganzo gi displacement 0 yong sig res Khandes yong sig rivela na thanda thagi ngana to example consider chigyo ni chikbu chigyan chinerwa distance 20 km leidwa which means object has moved right ta khugi starting point the final point ni ga point chikal le indu displacement di 0 km chawrwa dukshine ani displacement 0 yong sig res ra ani yong sig gi example khandes yong rivela na thanda ngaju gi ke sumba nang la discuss chigyo gi example thara ra ta hanzugi displacement ki question thanda loktip ki page number 100 la tegyo ki chiwani wa dilata wina ra di chiwat na la khandeste rela na singba jigla ra singa tamnya ki mijila ani khola square field real square field ra with side ani 10 meters chigyo ra meter chu chigyo gi and square field res khwegi di field the khangzang complete chela hit pora gela he takes 40 seconds to complete one round of his field ra singa the khangza kore gela ani khogi ani second shift ju gorgo res akhogi 140 seconds nala displacement khazu reveals so that they consider chidu let us draw a figure here ra singa the let us assume this is his field right and he started from point a ra ta dosina ma point mark chirwa point a ni start chine rangja a la le la one round chela he takes 40 seconds right now the time that we have been provided is time period khazute la na nganjala 140 second ter ta 140 second nangla kora khaje gi to thangbu di ter ra kora khaje gi to ta suna nganjo kho khawali gi me hagurwa quick final point hagurwa so final point hagusuna then we will be able to calculate his displacement ganjo duksini calculate chidu ra so here time period di ganjo 140 second tere and korachi gela 40 second gorgi relas ta ganjo la thiba dinani khalik che la na singa digi and side ki length tere time period korachi gela second khazu gorgi metere and ganjo la total time ta digam chinala ni khogi displacement khazu li rela ne thujik ter ra okay now kora khazu gi tu ta la total time khazu ganjo la ra divided by the time taken to complete one round korachi gela tujo khazu gorgi diniga ratio se darwa ratio se suna we will be getting number of rounds kora khazu gedu diha gurwa so kora gedu cancel gurwa 4 1s are 4 4 3s are 12 4 5s are 20 duksine 3.5 rounds ra kyugi ani 140 second nala ani total round khazu chitu gu revel na kora sum da chega get gu real ta namgyu ngi gi jin na la jo dosine pu khashi calculation chi undu dos the round number of rounds ne la ani total time gi ratio da total time da ani round chi ge gi tju di ni ratio le gore le do khonjo concept di len thu mun do len thu me di nganjo khande chi la na kora chi ge la 40 second gur gur wa so nganjo la khajo re 140 second right so kora chi la di kora chi 40 second kora ni 80 seconds kora sum 120 seconds ta sum da chega la di ruwa dukstro ko dela le gor point c la sunda chega la du ra ta khu e final point di chagre ani starting point di a di chagre right ta di ki displacement che la du ani yamena dush ne yamena ro ngazu de point c ne b do b ne a la chulo na di gor wa dush ne de le ro yamena point c ne d la dush do d ne a la ya yo ne dush le na di gor wa but then is it the shortest possible way langa thungshe di chagre values chagma ro khajna na displacement la du gonzo langa thungshe di chagro wa shortcut so shortcut di khandi chagre di khiman khatu line chi thinda ro and the value di chagro the value di quick displacement real right so dukchine gonzo point a che b che c chine we get a right triangle here right the right triangle dinane nganjo khari che revela na we are going to find the value of ac the value che rela wa ta nganjo la de la khari given to you rela na we have been given the size of the field here ra a ne b burugi side d and 10 meters che b ne c burugi side d is again 10 meters right so now in order to find the value of ac what we're going to do here is we're going to apply the Pythagoras theorem a right triangle into Pythagoras theorem apply chine what we get is AC square is equal to AB square plus BC square ra namki ngonje ki Pythagoras theorem nala hypotenuse square is equal to perpendicular square plus base square lente wa dushine ngonjo tanda BC the perpendicular chhe AB the base chine dushine ngonjo AC ki value chhe so AC की value che la AC square is equal to AB की value दिखजे la na 10 square BC de chik buji kan chine 10 square right so here AC square is equal to 100 plus 100 di khandes le rela na 10 square na 10 times 10 che rwa so 10 tens are 100 rwa ho chi jang ngzu de la 100 thigor rwa okay dine AC square is equal to 100 kana 100 dombina we get 200 right now this square the nganjugi phajo ra side symbol move chibina it becomes square root right so AC is equal to root 200 that the root 200 d we can also write it like this looks to ne digo rwa khajina na 10 times 10 is 100 right 100 times 2 is 200 so 10 ni di de che the 2 di de che ra root chini okay now d cancel to do what we get is 10 the square root the square cancel to do 10 che ra and root 2 duk chine nganzola AC ki value di ra gore ra okay let's put meter here ta nganzo namki calculation chidu bu khase khande chidu la ra unit thama de la thire ra meter centimeter khari thie ne thi an jam khona ju ki yigi di ngo machine ra ani meter gi unit thi indi last la ani calculation chi indi unit ta sama thu ne khanda last la ya value loga linge din de ra so thanda de la what I suggest is when you do the calculations like this you can put the unit at the end khadu ni unit the end latina ani dinge gi set dola unit margin digi usrusturwa okay now AC ki value the 10 root 2 ladu ta dela stop chine digore wa but then if we are going to see if it's really the shortest possible distance then what we do is root 2 ki value dikhaje rela na 1.414 right so AC gi thana 10 into 1.414 and multiply chibina what we get is 14.14 also kanda 10 100,000 gi in decimal multiply chidi also 0 khaje yebine dile pe point mass shift chigorwa so 10 la 0 che gidu also point chik mass shift chine we get 14.14 meter tadi kissing also gi dukshine do na 20 meters do dwa dukshine do na 20 meters do dwa so ACD 14.14 into it shows that it is the shortest possible distance between the starting point and the final point. Right? Initial point, the final point barugi langa tukshi di AC di chayewa kanzo tukshine proof chitugure. So the value taking on the tangput displacement ki value di kachu chayi value na 14.14 meter. Tukshine kanzo question solved china tikore. Okay, that in it tribusumba dinala ra. In the third question kanzo la thanda statement the wall option te ra statement di nala ani kharte relana which of the following is true ra statement wall statement ni te ra option di ni na ne ani khagi entakda relevant te ra ani option thangbo dila khanam dala khate relana displacement cannot be zero displacement di zero yong si mare lente dine option ni wa dila the magnitude of this displacement is larger than the distance le displacement ki value di che yung real and te ra ta thaki ngaju ki case sum ji discuss chi ba dinala displacement 0 yong si dua displacement 0 yong si re ra dine distance ki value di displacement le ani nyunga yungu mare distance di kadyu ne manga che displacement di nyunga yungu re ne displacement di distance le manga yung sing mare ra so in that case what we're going to write here is both the statements are incorrect statement ni ga ani true re min dos khajinla na distance di 0 yung si res case sumba na la jo discuss chirwa dine case ni wa na la distance di manga che displacement di nyunga yong si res ine distance le displacement ki value di ma yong si mare le ne ngazo ki case ni wat na la example te nya bu discuss shire ra so with this we are done with the concept of motion along straight line. Okay, now the third concept that we are going to discuss today is uniform motion and non-uniform motion. Ra ta di concept di anju jinja dhimba gi syllabus nala motion and time discuss shidu we have briefly discussed what is uniform motion and what is non-uniform motion. Right, having said that ta thagi anju gi chapter di go chu yundi motion dishe kya yundi ra ta object ki position change go real object is said to be in a motion when it changes its position with respect to time. Ra ani tuje jiglata ne khyogi position change ho re position change di what we can infer is it covers certain distances right so motion la di ra object ki gugyo tang ho re gugyo tang di rangsi ki khachi re distance cover chi re it covers certain distance right okay ta dine distance cover che la certain time period is taken right tuje ji gorgor so the motion object ji gugyo tang du factor ni le ngor distance khaje cover chirwe distance di tujo khaje na cover chire le ne two factors comes into play here ta di khang la base chine ro ngju gi uniform da non uniform motion dishe ga hor so now uniform motion dishe ga du khandis khegir bela na uniform la du chikbala la hor wa chama cha cha gyang la so here khari chikba yor bela na tujo gi ro time interval chikba nangla distance chikba cover chigi na then the object is said to be moving uniformly object is said to be in uniform motion right so when it covers equal distance in equal interval of time of moving object digi distance chikba chigyang tujegi interval tujegi kheba chikba nangla cover chigi na tinde chila hajo uniform motion lai reles let us take an example of a moving car ra car ji move chigi wache digi example le na if it covers say 5 kilometer in every 10 minutes kama chu nangla ani kilometer nga cover chigi na it is an example of uniform motion right penchana chuju keba ne ani motor din nang ne thirda Keda kama chuledi it covers 5 kilometers. Keda kama nishula yangyo gone 5 kilometer. Keda chegala yangyo gone 5 kilometers shine kanda every 10 minutes kama kilometer nga cover chigi na ani motion di uniform motion la hor heles. Ra ta ju zero thimba na la graph chik plot chir distance time graph right. Distance time graph na la ani uniform motion di khadu ne straight line ji ki represent chi re it is represented by a straight line while plotting distance time graph, right? So if it covers equal distance in equal interval of time, then the object is said to be in uniform motion. Ta non-uniform motion lana khande chila lagor be lana ta tujue gi khebar chikba nala. Again, same interval of time period is taken. Distance chikba cover chigi na. If it covers unequal distance in equal interval of time, then the object is said to be in non-uniform motion. Ta ganju thanda penchational city da dinde nala ani travel chidu da dinjo ki example ma cha khachaire non-uniform motion chair ra crowded street dinde nala motor jodu ranging ki speed nyung ru ruwa langa po sopo yuna ani langa yang ku yang bo che traffic shera me wina ani speed di motor ki distance cover che di ma chidu ruwa. So say let us take an example of our school bus ra ani lapte ki bus di shuge pu lenga jodu ruwa ni kama thangbo gi kama chudi nala 5 kilometers cover chigi na ani next 10 minute nala and kilometer ni mish cover chidu mena because of the traffic congestion and all other factors coming into play. Then that becomes the example of non-uniform motion, right? So uniform motion nala equal distance in equal interval of time. The uniform motion check ra. Okay, then non-uniform motion nangla unequal distance. Kanda distance chikba me des ra. Distance cover che di chikba me wache in equal interval of time. Dinde chikla nganju gi ani non-uniform motion lane dishe gya des ra. Okay, so now while plotting the distance time graph, non-uniform motion D is represented by a curved line. Curved line jigi represent this. So in short, today we covered 3 different topics. And the first topic thangbu dinala ngansugi motion nana khande jawjila lago res ra. Ani motion D, how do we describe motion? Right? And then in the second part, we were discussing about motion along straight line. And while covering that topic, we had a brief discussion on what is distance, what is displacement, and how do we calculate the problems based on these 2 concepts, right? And in the last portion, we were talking about uniform and non-uniform motion. So that will be all for today. Ani ta chapter digi ani next part di yang zo shugula discuss che ta ganzo thanda kilom digi thune ni lobjin che gi ta thablam chi re ro ta ganzo labda zo madu we gi kimje din sam khyong re thanda covid-19 gi kimbe gi ani pandemic digi ganzo sangma ta lockdown chine an sama suzu nang la de ro an lobdu zo la rewa tharai. Please stay home, stay safe and enjoy the online classes. Thank you.